Hello, welcome to another episode of Wade's Workshop. Today we're doing another fence picket Christmas project, and this one's of my own design, so I'm pretty excited about it. So let me know in the comments what you think of it. For this project, we're going to need a fence picket. So I've got a cedar fence picket, and then the basic tools that you're going to need is a sander. You're going to need a nail gun, a router. I've got a 3/8 round over bit in the router, a jigsaw or any type of saw realistically. I've got some clamps to hold it down, tape measure, this little sanding thing, which I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the comments because these things are great for hand sanding. Make it easy to hold onto a piece of sandpaper, and they take the same sandpaper that a round orbital sander takes, so it's pretty cool. I got a level. You don't need a level. You just need a straight edge of some type. And then I've got a speed square. So those are the basic tools you need. There'll be a few others along the way. And then yeah, that'll get us started. So let's get started on, oh, a chop saw. It's off the screen here, but you'll need a chop saw for it as well. So, and realistically, you don't need a chop saw. You can use a jigsaw for everything. It just speeds it up a little bit. So, all right, let's get started. This first cut I'm making is 24 inches long, and then I'm going to sand it down. And the reason I'm sanding it now is I found it's a lot easier to sand now while it's one piece than when it's cut into a bunch of little Christmas trees. The next cut I'm going to do is going to cut off a 10-inch piece. The 10-inch piece is going to be the base, and then I'm going to cut the trees out of the remainder. I'm using the speed square to mark a 10-degree angle for the base, and then a 15-degree angle for the tree. I decided to use my jigsaw here only because it's new and I'm enjoying using it. You can use just about any saw for this. My Japanese pull saw probably would have been a good choice for it, but the other option I thought would be really good is doing it on the table saw with my crosscut sled. That would have made it a lot easier even, but this saw works really well and it's fun playing with it. So the measurements for these trees is 9 inches tall for the taller tree and then 8 inches tall for the shorter one. I'm taking a piece of scrap and I'm double side taping the tree to the scrap. That way we can easily clamp it to the table and use the router on it. The router bit sticks out too far, so if I were to double side tape it right to the table, then my router is actually going to hit the table. So this is a good compromise to make it easy. Alright, it's time to drill the holes for the tea lights. I decided to drill my holes at 1 3/4 in from the side and 1 3/4 from the front. Then when you drill into the wood, you want to make sure you don't go far enough to blow out the other side of the wood. So I'm planning to drill mine at about 1/4 inch. I decided to use my drill press for this only because the set of Forstner bits that I have are pretty crummy. They're Harbor Freight special, they like to walk, and being able to clamp it into the drill press where the piece of wood can't move and the bit's fixed definitely solved that problem. So until I get a better set, that's my easy solution. I don't know if you believe in ghosts or not, but when I was watching the replay of this video, that Christmas tree just jumps right off of there. Watch it again in slow motion. I know, I definitely don't need the ghost hunters to figure out how that took off, but I thought it was fun. I decided to stain my trees, and the colors I went with for the base is tree rings. For the red is barn red, the green is lime grass, and the white tree is a whitewash pickling. All those are Bear Brand. So I'm using this green painter's tape to mark where I want the trees, and the reason I'm doing that is I can easily mark the center of the board, I can line up where I want the trees all at, and then just peel the tape off when I'm done without having any marks left. So kind of makes things a little easier. What I'm doing with the front tree is just centering it on the board. With the back trees, I'm centering on the drilled holes for the candles, so that way they line up when you're done. Off camera, I marked the bottom of the board the same as the top, so I know right where to shoot the nails. I think in the future, I might actually just drill holes and put dowels that go right up into the tree and just make it easier than trying to shoot nails through it, because if you miss with the nail gun, then you've got nail blowout that you got to deal with, and drilling holes in the bottom of the tree and then drilling a hole in the base is pretty basic, and you just glue it down. So I think that's what I may do for the next batch, but for this one I nailed them on and it went really well, didn't have any blowout. I picked up a set of these painter's tripods to hold projects off the table, and what a difference. It holds it up, you don't have to worry about it sticking to the table when it's drying, things like that. Definitely a game changer. All right, well, this project's done, and I think it turned out really good. I'm very happy with the outcome. Off screen, I went ahead and made a second one. This one just has a red and green Christmas tree, and I think I'm kind of leaning towards that one being my favorite. But why don't you put in the comments which one you like better, the one with the white tree or just the red and green? If you decide to make one, I'd love to see it. You can post pictures of it on my Instagram page or my Facebook page. Also on X. So any of those social media pages, you can post pictures, make comments, that kind of thing. I also did just start a group on Facebook for beginners. Anyone's welcome, of course, but it's basically a place where people can come and ask questions, and people can answer questions. They can post pictures. There's also a place to put files for PDFs for plans and things like that, so I'm excited about that. I went ahead and posted the plans that I made for the last video's Christmas tree. It's not the greatest plans, it's my first time, but don't give me too much grief in the comments about it. But it's free, so hope you, if you are interested in making that, go on there and pull those PDF up and print it out, and it's just a template for you. So if you're not a subscriber yet, now's a really good time to reach over and hit that button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and thanks for watching this video. Airbrush shaking in the wind. All right, go and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you in the love to have you as a subscriber. I mess that up every time. That was such a good one.